Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of NotAnalog.com. I'm starting to review a lot more things are getting a little bit busier. I've actually got a few products around me which I'm reviewing. So the one I'm looking at today, Netgear's Neo TV 550. This product is pretty much a media box or your home entertainment hub for music, pictures and video. I'm just going to show you the back before I plug it in. I've got a TV next to me which I want to give you a demo on. On the back, really simple stuff. Whoops, this camera thing is confusing. Power port, network outlet. Doesn't have a wireless as standard. You can buy a separate wireless adapter though. So if you don't have a wire near where you're putting the box, get the wireless adapter and you'll still have internet access. USB port on the back. eSATA port for some certain hard drives. Component port and component outlets here, sorry. HDMI outlet and an audio video out as well, I guess for older TVs. For myself, the TV at home, it's a couple of years old. The TV I'm going to test on today is probably a little bit older than that. I'm just going to go straight HDMI there. I'm going to plug the network outlet in and the power. That's it. So 3 cords, and we're going to be able to do some pretty amazing things that, you know, not so long ago we could never do. Alright, I've got the Neo TV plugged into this ASET LCD TV. It's not the most amazing TV, however, this box just plugged in, those 3 cables, HDMI, LAN cable, which isn't exactly required, but I've done it anyway, and the power cable. You'll also see that in the front I've plugged in a USB drive into the front port. I did mention before as well that there's also an SD card slot there, and obviously there's just a power button. So you can see on the main menu, just going through it, pretty quick to browse through. I'm just going to go through the videos. I've got some videos stored on my USB drive. I'm just going to hit an MP4 file, and that's it. It just works. So plugging it in was really quick and easy. The movies just start playing. Different formats seem to take longer. Some are shorter, some are quicker to load. This is an MP4 file, and it really loaded pretty quick just then. The light behind the TV is not helping the quality, but you know, I guess that's just the way it is when you're playing with webcams. So I'm going to stop that. Just go back. I'm going to show you the. This format is, I think it's a MP4 again, but this is a full 1080p video. So this is full high definition video, which I've downloaded here. And you'll see it is taking longer to load. Now the clarity is obviously a whole lot different and it is noticeable, probably not so much on this TV, but it really does make a big difference. And it handles 1080 video really well. I'm able to, I'm just going to fast forward, really no problem, press play and it keeps up. Pause, play, it has no issues with you playing with the file. A lot of media players tend to stutter a lot and the forwards don't really work very well, but this is just really easy. And again, you can leave the video playing as you navigate around the place as well. So it's not, you know, you have to stop and do different things. It's just quite simple. But I'm going to stop it. As much as I like that song, I'm going to stop it and go back. I'm just going to go into the music section. Pretty basic. You can go through all these different areas, but because I haven't got that many songs, sorry, on my USB drive, I'm just going to go down to folders, and you'll notice where it says front USB. Now this is available on all of those sections. If I went to video, I could have done the same thing. Because there's a USB port on the back and there's one on the front, it lets you decide which USB port you need to access. There's nothing plugged in the back, so only the front one shows up. And I selected music, so I've got my files organized on my USB drive in folders. Music, photos and videos, just to make it easier for me. But obviously when I go into music, 2 folders for Empire, the Sun and Temper Trap. I'm just going to go down, randomly play all. And you'll see it's now got almost like an iTunes looking screen where I can skip through all the songs. There's the music. I was wondering where I wasn't playing. You've got the volume control on the remote as well. I don't think I showed the remote in the introduction, so let me show it to you now. This is the remote. Looks just like a DVD remote. You'll notice most of the buttons that I'm using is sort of here, and the back button, and then the play and volume buttons. The other ones for numbers and stuff like that are more used for when you use the web. Power button, a fair bit actually. There's actually a lot of buttons on there, but yeah, you don't use them all the time, but it's good to have the option. Not like the, anyway, the Apple TV's got a lot less buttons. So, again, you can leave the music playing while you browse other songs, and then you just hit the OK button when you're ready to play another song. Or, alternatively, I can go back, music is still playing, and I can browse through my files, or I can go to another folder, you know, and pick another song to play. Really, really simple stuff. Just going to stop and go back. Music works really well. The music also has a screensaver, so if you've got a plasma TV and you're worried about burn-in, don't worry, the Neo TV takes care of that as well. When you go into the photos section, I got a few photos on my USB drive, not thousands. I'm just going to hit one of them randomly, and it shows you how long it takes to open. Not that bad. This is, I haven't reduced the size of these you know, photo files or anything like that. They're all just standard sizes still. And it kind of goes through them pretty quick, or quick enough. I don't think that most people would be using these so much for come over and I'll show you the photo album. Maybe they would. But even still, it's not bad. And I could have left the music playing and looked at the photos at the same time as well. So that's the music side of things. The photo side of things. We're just going to shoot down to internet media. Over here you can watch YouTube video, listen to radio, other types of radio like Shoutcasts and podcasts. Connect to your Flickr account if you upload any photos. Internet and news channels. And a ReadyNAS, which is a different product offered by Netgear, which will allow you to watch files, look at photos from your network. I'm going to go real quick just into the YouTube video. I have got it plugged into an internet connection, but it's not the most amazing. Just look at the most viewed of the day. You'll see it, yeah, it comes up fairly quick. And obviously you can just scroll through them and watch them if you like. Go back into radio time. This was pretty cool. We go into local radio. It shows me my local radio stations, the ones that I listen to around the place. And if you look on the right, it actually shows you which songs are being played. So go back up to old 101.7 WSFM, and you'll see that right now it's playing Small Faces by Itchy Coo Park. Never heard of them. But anyway, scroll through AM stations, or anyone who's gone digital basically, you can listen to. We go back. This is where you can sort of filter through it by you know, categories. But then you can go into podcasts, and there's even more again in there. I'm just going to shoot into Shoutcast. Again, this is where you can see internet radio. So if you've ever done any sort of internet radio through Windows Media Player, you can just see the many, many thousands of radio stations you can listen to. So if you've got no interesting music or nothing good, hit an internet radio station, you'll find plenty there. The Flickr photos, I don't really have many photos on a Flickr account, so I'm going to skip that. Internet and news channels, this is also for video. I'm just going to say that again. This is for video streaming of news. And there's a fair few channels. I think there'll be more and more as time goes on. This is actually really, really cool. You know, Engadget and Gizmodos and audio stuff. It's pretty impressive. There is a lot there. And obviously you can look at different RSS feeds. So what I might do actually is I'll just hit the this RSS feed and see what happens. I actually haven't tried this before. I've only tried the video and music ones. So it's bring up oddly enough, and yeah, you'll see all these different news articles. It's pretty good. I feel like I'm playing on a whim here, but I like to do that. Okay, there's a picture of, who knows, I don't know. The news can be interesting sometimes, right? Again, I'm going to head back. I'm kind of losing the plot a little bit. Head out of the internet news channels. Now you'll notice that there's a section missing here. When I first turn the device on, it asks to look for servers that you have on the network to share media on. I disabled that because I'm using a corporate network here, and I didn't really want to send a request out there for that. So if at home you are sharing content on your home PC, then you would be able to watch that from the Neo TV. Other than that, I'm just going to go into settings. have a look at the things you can do. The setup wizard, audio, video settings, media locations, parental controls if you've got any issues with M-rated movies that you don't want little kids seeing, the user interface, the network. This is where you can sort of add and remove network settings, system, the weather and time, and updates. It actually did a system update while I've been trialing this device, which was good. It did add some extra functionality, restoring defaults and stuff like that. One of the things that I did change, and I need to talk to you guys about, this is pretty important if you do decide to buy one. At the moment, I've got a USB drive plugged into it. One of the biggest issues with this device is that if I unplug the drive, put more content on it, and plug it back in, I won't be able to use it. Let me just see if I can show you that. USB drive is out. Okay, so I'm going to go into video, go into folders, nothing found. Fair enough. I'll plug this back in. Okay, so device is plugged back in now. I'm going to go back to the home screen, hit the video, go to folders, still nothing found. So what you have to do is you actually have to turn the whole Neo TV off and then turn it on again with the device plugged in. It doesn't allow for hot swapping, which for me was a bit of an issue at the start because I thought, why isn't it detecting my USB drive and things like that? So that was probably my biggest concern. Can I get on camera? I think I can get on camera here. So that was my biggest concern with the device. Other than that, this has been a beauty of a device to use. I really, really enjoyed using it. I kind of don't want to give it back, but I have to. And I think the market's changing a lot. I love the fact that we've got this right here, internet media. I think this is huge because if I've got nothing good to watch on my USB drive, I'm going to hit the internet media, and I can watch live news from somewhere in the world, and even podcasts and online radio and things like that. I mean, it really does a lot more than what you think it does initially. I thought it was just going to be a video and music and picture player. The internet media really opened things up as well. So, good device, really simple. I kind of brought it in my bag today and set it up in seconds. It's 2 cables if you want it to be 2 cables. The remote's so simple to use, and it actually looks good. You know, it's not a boring looking remote. Am I still on camera? I can't tell because I have no screen. But yeah, I liked it. So if you're interested, head out to netgear.com.au and check one out. Cheers.